What's going on, you guys? Slifer Red Duelists back at it again with another deck profile. Today we got Thunder Dragons, all-time favorite deck from Soul Fusion. They just got a lot of them did just get reprinted, if I'm not mistaken, in Maze, which came out about a month ago or a few weeks ago. So a lot obtainable. Same with Colossus. He got reprinted. He's about maybe $1, if that. So we'll get right into this deck profile. Thunder Dragons, you could do a lot of different things with them. You can make a Chaos, you can make the Nemesis build, you could do a whole bunch if you wanted to. You could do Invoked, you could do whatever. Today we're doing a little bit of Bestial and a little bit of Chaos. And this is a 40 card variant, not the 60 card, so we'll get right into it, guys. For starters, of course, 3 Thunder Dragons. And then with the Thunder Dragons, guys, just up to your discretion. Choose your own ratios. I've seen a lot play 2, some play 3, even 1 on a lot of the Thunder Dragon cards. So just use this as a base map. Or test it out and then see what you want to edit on this list. 3 Darks, Searcher of the deck. I see a lot of people play 2. That's totally cool. I'm just making the base map for you guys, so I'm just playing 3. And then with Roar, this is the one I always see a lot of people playing 3 of. Rarely I see it at 2, and then 2 Dark, and sometimes 2 Hawk. And then for this one, I'm only doing the 1 Hawk, but like I said, guys, you guys can mess with the ratios. I haven't had any issues with mine so far, so all of these are good cards. It's just up to your guys' locals and who you're playing with. Really, really good cards. And then because I do play Titan and Colossus and want to protect them, I do play Matrix. The damage step effect of boosting for 500 for Colossus is a lot of people don't see coming sometimes. A lot of Thunder Dragon decks did cut Matrix out, so I'm playing 2 of. And then for the honorary Thunder cards, 3 Solar. Just helps get your Thunder Dragon plays going. I wanted to put Lupine in, just don't have room, and Solar is just so much better in my opinion. But like I said, if you're making a 60 card variant or if you want to cut some cards, totally fine. This is my 1 proxy of the deck. You can do the Nemesis flag corridor and have Protos and everything. Just this one is supposed to be Nemesis corridor. I just didn't have a physical copy with me. That's basically an instant Colossus play. So that's what this card is. It's Nemesis Corridor. It's a Thunder Wind type monster. And then for the Bestial package, and with this, you could play 2 Lebellion and 1 Lebellion. I just opted to put the 3. 1 Magnemite, 1 Druid Swarm, 1 Soranor, and the 1 Drake. They are great hand traps, and yeah, you could plus off these cards with regained and everything. And then I know these guys are at 2, but I'm just playing them at a 1 of, just because we're doing a 40 card variant. If it was 60 cards, then yes, I would play them at 2. They just help get your Thunder Dragon effects popping, and they add each other. Or they're extenders essentially. And because Chaos, playing Levianeer, everyone knows what Levianeer does. And then for the hand trap, I put in the deck just as like a placeholder. I just put in 3 Ash. It's the most generic and really good card. But if you were to take it out, I would say do Droll and Lockbird. It's probably the best hand trap I would say right now. It just stops a lot of decks. Or if you have room, just have Ash and Droll and Lock. So that's just a placeholder for you guys. And then the spells, I would call them really like power spells, just because they do a lot for the deck, and a lot of them are 1-ofs, such as Thunder Dragon Fusion. It's a 1-of, don't need more. Instant Fusion, get your Kaminari attack out. Goatsark, gets your Thunder Dragon effects going. Foolish is Foolish, sends to grave. Chaos Space gets, your players going. It's only out one, so we only play one. Regain gets your draw power and recycles your stuff. Call by basically stops hand traps. Triple T, it's at one. It's a good card for a reason. And then I'm playing 3 allures. Basically, draw a card and banish. So, really good card. You could opt in, play 2 allure or whatnot. And then we'll get right into the extra deck, guys. Playing 2 Colossus. Would have wanted to play 3, but the extra deck is super tight, guys. And then the 1 Titan. I would have liked to play 2 for Titan control. Just don't have the space. And then the 1 Last Fusion, Kaminari attack with for instant fusion. Really good card, guys. Titan, great. Colossus, just if your opponent can't beat this card, they literally lose the game. And then the 1 expensive card in the deck is Chaos Angel. You could sub it out if you don't have the resources to get this card, or if a buddy has one that you could borrow. This is the only really expensive card. Everything else is pretty budget friendly, I promise. But really good card. Usually if you get this card out, you pretty much win. And then a new card that I've been playing, Evazor Lars, all the Bestials, and then the Thunder Dragon Roar. Any level 6 monster could go into this guy, and yeah, really good negates. Really good card. And then Typhon, been really playing him in a lot of decks just because he's super affordable now. If you want, you could have him or Zeus, or if you don't like a card that's in the extra deck, just sub in a Zeus. But Typhon, really good card and super attainable. Heretic Seals just helps if you get stopped, and this is what you end with. You could bounce and then get a Magnuma or whatever you need. So really good card, super cheap. Some Summoner. Used to play it as a 2 back then when Thunder Dragons first came out, but extra deck space is very tight, so it's just 1 of. Really good Thunder card. And then SP Little Knight is our Link boss monster. Just helps, gives your opponent a hard time and stuff. Really good card. And then Lina and Dark, just because we play both light and dark attributes. Good cards. Can't really say anything bad about them. Self-explanatory. And then Nightmare Phoenix gets rid of backfield. Okay, attack stat. Just generic Link 2. And the discarding effect does come up. And then Saryuja. I see a lot of Thunder Dragon players play Saryuja. Recycles the hand, basically. Free special summon. And then the attack boost is cool if you could end game. But it is overall just a really good old card. And then Underworld Goddess. Really good card. Can't really say anything bad about it. Super obtainable to get nowadays too. I do have some recommendations on other cards that you guys can sub in, sub out, and stuff like that. If you guys wanted to play a Link 1 or anything like that. So I just didn't have space, but I would definitely have added a Link Spider or relinquished Anima or anything like that. But just space, and I was like, how often would I go into a Link 1 realistically? So that's why I opted out of the Link Spider. And then these guys right here, like I said, I do have copies of these. It's just I'm not playing a 60 card variant, so the 1-ofs are just fine for now. And then this guy. If you pair him with emergency teleport, he could recycle your banished stuff and would be super easy to get. He's also a tuner, so pretty cool stuff. You can make really cool combos with this guy. Common, and then E-Telly. Super easy to bring out. And also light. And then Chaos Emperor. It is a Chaos deck. You could, if I had extra space, I would have put in the Chaos Creator and Emperor Dragon. This is like version 1, I would say. If I want to, I'll probably go into a more version 2 deck profile with these cards. But really good cards. And Chaos is pretty sick to play. And then if you didn't want to play like the Ash and stuff, would have definitely added Forbidden Droplet. Just gets those cards out of your hand and stuns your opponent essentially. Like I said, there's like a whole bunch of stuff that you can do with this deck. It's just really up to the pilot, and what cards come out, and what gets out the ban list and everything like that. I'm doing the new short thing, with like opening like small boxes and packs. Seems very fun, guys. And then I do have some Regenesis stuff I am planning to make. I did say I would do those on the comments. And then, yeah, guys, just comment, like, subscribe, let me know any feedback, and I'll get right back to you guys. With that being said, Slifer Red Duelists signing off. Peace.